yesterday was May 10th, and it was the Starbucks, a drop day for Starbucks, meaning they got their new cups. So I was super pumped, right? And we got up in the morning yesterday, and like, I will not leave the house until the baby soils his diaper because I don't want to be out and about and have him do that. So like, I feed him, I wait for him to like go change his diaper, and then we'll get going. But I was super hyped. Got him in the car. We got to Starbucks, and they didn't have much. So I'm like, well, of what they do have, because I had enough points, what do I want? And I got this like red and green, it's like a coral green one. But as I was like scrolling Instagram, the one I want is textured, and it's like a almost like a solid orange to like an ombre, like transparent orange it looks like. So I'm thinking that when I go to work, because I work like 2 hours away on Friday, Saturday, that I'll check the Starbucks there and see if they have the orange one that I want. I've seen a couple of my friends got some different ones that are out. There's like a purple one. They had like a few different ones like this. I think they had green, but I have so many green tumblers. And maybe blue. I don't know. But this will go with all my watermelon themed stuff. And then fans were not allowed to go to this ceremony. Like, they were not supposed to be a part of this ceremony in the past. But when Kanye got with Kim, he fixed that. Like, he arranged it to where Kim could be his date, so she was allowed to go, and then the whole family was allowed to go. Great, whatever. I'll give credit where credit's due. Kanye, good job on getting them allowed back to the event. But they're allowed to go. I don't even know if he is, but they are. And so I was looking at their outfits, and Chloe looked really nice and elegant. Kylie, though, to incorporate a baseball cap into a red carpet event, like, I'm not feeling it. And I rock a baseball cap a lot, but and then it was like a wedding dress too. Like, don't, ew, ugh. And I'm wearing sweatpants right now. Like, I'm nobody to judge, but come on. Blake Lively, though. I love Blake Lively. Oh, he's chewing on the table. Nice, nice. I love Blake Lively, and she looked just marvelous. Like, her outfit was almost like I don't know how to explain it. It almost looked like mirrored, but it was like a peach, and then like the when they let the gown down, it was like this blue, like this, oh, not pale blue, not dusty blue. It was just like a soft but vibrant blue. Hold on a second. Oh my God. So, Pepe. He's going to keep doing this. So, she looked great. That's really all I was able to see from, like, those who stood out. You know, I saw the best and the worst, and nothing else really stood out to me. Speaking of the Kardashians, Pete Davidson is going to be in a horror movie. And it's called Bodies, 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 and it comes out in August. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, Pete Davidson is going to be in a horror movie. It's called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It comes out in August. And at first I was like, is it like a paranormal? Because it looked like they were doing like kind of like a light as a feather, stiff as a board. Somebody's awake. But then I watched previews, and I think it is more along the lines of like a Scream, like a whodunit. Anyways, can't wait. I love horror movies, generally speaking. They can be a little cheesy, and especially if they're like young adult horror movies. We'll see though, I'm still gonna watch it. There's another horror movie coming out because that I want to see. But my fiance and the kids went and seen Doctor Strange, and typically speaking, if you go to see one of those types of movies, all the previews are going to be that same kind of movie, which I don't do those. But there was one they said that I would want to see, so they showed me the preview, and it's called Nope. It's called Nope. And it's got my boy Daniel. What is his last name? I always forget his last name. Get Out, Daniel. I talk about him like, oh, I just know his first name. Like, he's a guy from work or something. Daniel, you know, Daniel. It's about aliens. It's like an alien horror movie, and it looks so good. Look up the preview for it. Nope. Like Nope. Nope. I don't know when that one comes out though, and I still want to see the Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum one, just for shits and giggles. There was something else coming out like in a month that I want to see, but I cannot think of what it is. Alright. Now, bad news. COVID is back. Apparently. I had not heard of anybody being sick for the longest time, and I was like, this is great, you know what, this is normal. We're normal. And then, within a week, I got 2 phone calls like, I have COVID. My grandma, who is in her early 80s, has COVID right now. And so, because I was gonna drop off like a Mother's Day, I got her like this heart thing, and I was like, hey, are you home today? And she's like, I am, but I'm sick. And I was like, oh no, is your vertigo back? She's like, no, it's not my vertigo. I tested positive for COVID. I'm like, oh God. So I asked her like how she's feeling, and she said it just feels like the flu. And then I asked her the next day, I was like, can I get you anything? Because she only lives like 10 minutes, and she's like, no. I was like, alright, well, if I can, let me know. I'll make it happen. So then the next day I messaged her. We message every day. And she said she was feeling a little better. I'm like, okay. I was like, it'll probably like, you know, you're on your way out, you know. Just don't do too much and you'll be better. So I think the new strains are a little quicker, a little better than the old ones, you know. So thank God that it wasn't like the original, the OG. And then apparently my uncle also has it. So I don't know if it's just surging like out here in my area, or I'm gonna find out though, because I go work in Chicagoland Friday, Saturday, and my clients will always, like, I always ask, you know, have you been sick? Because I'm like this close to their faces, you know. So I usually get the whole story of when they had it, if they're vaccinated, who in their family has had it within the past few months, like a lot of talk about it, you know. But I don't know. I think at this point it's kind of like it's gonna be here, so it's gonna be kind of like the flu. Like, if you want to keep getting vaxxed, you can. If you think you've had it a few times and like it's like the flu to you, and you just want to like kind of take your chances, I think it's gonna be probably up to you. I don't know. But the most important thing is to just not be around other people. If you start feeling sick, take your test. Like, I took my test just because I've had some vertigo over the past few days. Like, it was so bad that I like really could not enjoy. Like, we had a cookout over the weekend and I pretty much just laid down the whole time. And I just didn't, like, Mother's Day I felt like crap. But so I was like, I better take a test. And I did, and it was negative, and I didn't think it was that, but, you know, just to be sure, if you're going to be around people, you know. What's stupid is that soup or food for your family instead of cooking. It really adds up. And if you have a job like mine where you don't get PTO, you're screwed. Screwed. So anyways, on that note, if you're still here, don't forget to hit subscribe or like or both. And I guess I'm gonna get up and start my day. I actually do have a lot to do today, but I have been getting a lot done lately. I started a scrum board. I don't know if you know what a scrum board is, but maybe I'll show you guys what a scrum board is.